Kan is inspired by the jungle and nature. When you look at the human body and disease and problems, it all builds up in junction where you get inflammation. If we mimic that in nature and take away those junctions and let energy flow, it's a more comfortable place to be at.
I'm Sam Gordon and this is Kan Tulum.
Kan was born with the need for sustainable bioarchitecture in Tulum. Kan was built in two phases. First phase is very much a hotel residential feeling vibe. It has a cenote, it's very natural. And then we realized we needed something more to attract the people booking Kan to stay. Being very much into music and arts, I decided that an amphitheatre and all the rooms circling the amphitheatre and a very high-end restaurant would be a great add-on. So that's where the phase 2 came from. So it's the same product, but it has two kind of sides to the story. One's a lot calmer, and the other one hosts events, giving us a full spectrum of what we need in Tulum. It was designed with bioclimatic architecture mindset. First of all, we examine the problems that you have in Tulum. We're in this area, hurricanes for one. We've been through 4 hurricanes now and less than $500 worth of damage just by plants moving around, essentially. And that's because we create airflow that goes underneath the building, so we're hurricane-proof. I also have hurricane glass. It's actually the coolest place I've ever been for a hurricane because you can sit and watch it whip through. You don't have to put the shutters down. You can view the hurricane. Different areas we have, again, the bioclimatic construction where you can actually stand in areas underneath shelters like palapa-style bamboo structures where there's cold spots where the airflow comes through just because of the way it's designed. Bamboo is our most utilized material. One of my favorite things is something that we call the climate cooler. Now, as you can see with Kan, it's surrounded in this bamboo wrap. Bamboo wrap actually it locks a warm pocket of air in between the building and the outside, and that can cool the inside temperature from naturally by up to 3 degrees centigrade. When it's 40 degrees outside, it creates huge savings on energy bills. The other thing is we have 5,000 square meters of land and thousands of square meters of vertical garden, so you don't even need to consider being carbon neutral. We're blowing it out of the water far more than nature actually intended here. When we had the land, there was a well here where it was all covered in trees and this big, thick slab of concrete. So I knew I had water because there was a well, but I didn't know how much. Originally intended this to be a tower where we're sat right now, and then started to break through and the machine nearly fell in. The whole ground kind of gave way, and then we realized we had a cenote. So at the time it was a disaster in my mind, but then you realize that's the real gold, is holding on to what nature really intended. When I was building phase 1, I built this tower up behind us, and my now wife was working for Asaliq, and she was head of PR, and she sent someone here, a couple, and touring them around. I had no idea who they were because I'm useless with faces and I'm not really into pop culture. And I was at the top of the nest and I was talking about ideas for next door. And I asked Swiss Beats what he did for a living. And Alicia Keys' husband, they both laughed, started talking about music. He asked me what genre of music I like, because I'm a musician myself. And I told him what genre. I said rock. He said, oh, I've produced a few rock songs. I said, what ones? He said, oh, Rollin' by Limp Bizkit. And then the penny dropped. So I was like, okay, you're big. And now I have to apologize. Anyway, looking down onto the land next door, and they asked me what I was going to build there. And we got into a conversation about what I should build because all the A-listers come to Tulum and they've got nowhere to play. So I built the first purpose-built amphitheatre in Tulum. I'm excited to release some of the units and share my dream and what I've created here with some more incredible people who decide to purchase here. We have a real family vibe when it comes to the HOA, and in fact, I've never been involved in a better HOA. Everyone's incredible. We have anyone from musicians to sports stars to artists and some real estate investors, which are also incredible people too. So we're very lucky to have that about us, but I'm super excited to release a few more units that were my own, and I've decided to release them to the public.